What's up, people?
What up, dude?
What's up, Detroiters? Welcome to the People Mover podcast, where every week we talk about everything from living in Detroit, life lessons and experiences, dating, relationships, pop culture, and much, much more.
We explore the power of social connection through conversation. We literally want to
move the people. It's your host, Miracle, and our other host,
It's Malcolm Elliott, and you're back with another episode.
And we're back on the red couch, baby.
You guys asked, we delivered.
Yeah. We've been literally I was going to say Mr. Worldwide, but not really worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
But we've been bouncing around the city.
Dale.
Literally. We've been everywhere but the couch, and we are still going to be doing that for the rest of summer, even though summer is almost over.
Because we're back outside.
We're outside still.
Nigga done made me mad.
Literally, we're still outside.
Back outside.
Guys, literally the summer, this has been, like, for me personally, one of the best summers I've had in a while. I'm not going to lie. It's been great. I feel like the city has been amazing. The Dream Cruise just passed this past week. I seen a couple cars. I've seen a couple videos of cars that I didn't see, which was crazy. Someone had a car it was like a fucking grocery cart. And it was like literally 10 feet tall. And there were seats in it and everything, and it was just like,
There's one thing hilarious. Michigan niggas gonna do is whip them cars out when it's time for the Dream Cruise. Because I didn't see everything from the first Ford Model T to the goddamn SRTs, Hellcats, all types of rims. The Dream Cruise is a spectacle if you ain't never been before. It is literally just people sitting down on lawn chairs on the side of Woodward.
And every type of car imagined.
Every type of car imaginable.
Imaginable.
From fucking doom buggies.
Literally.
To anything.
Everything.
So shout out to Michigan.
Yeah.
A very, very crazy tradition. I feel like this summer you just had me outside. I've been outside more this year than I've ever been outside ever in any other year of my life. Like, I'm tired of the clubs. I am tired of the clubs.
Yeah, we're low-key tired of the clubs.
And yet,
we'll
still be there.
Yeah, we will be there tonight, actually.
I'm fucking screaming.
But the Dream Cruise happened. Afrofuture just happened. I got to go to Afrofuture,
which
was great. Hey, if you see me, say I love you. Actually, that's not how it goes. If I tell you, say I love you, I don't even know.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's DeVito. DeVito was there. He was back again. And
what if he saw you in the crowd and was like, I seen you talking shit about me?
I swear. No, honestly, when I go to concerts, I really hope for that Wattpad. I don't know, in high school where the girlies were reading Wattpads where like One Direction or any boy band or even like Jacob Lattimore. And it's like, oh, he sees you in the crowd and he tells his security guard, I want her.
This little girl's fantasizing about. I'm fucking screaming.
That's what the girlies will read about back in the day. And honestly, every time I go to a concert to this day, I'm like, he's going to see me in the crowd and he's married though. DeVito's married. And yeah.
That's how I felt at the Chris Brown concert. At the Chris Brown concert. He's
you wanted him to pick you?
No, hell no. Pause. Super mega pause. Hey, yo. No, I was at the Chris Brown concert because somebody took me, not on my own volition. But I'm saying it was a part of the concert. He like, I'm looking for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he about to take you down, and he want to bring a girl up on stage.
That's so funny.
And so you go, oh my God, pick me.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, honestly, I love that. But it was lit. It was fun. I really hope we can keep this tradition like every year. I think this year was the first like Afrofuture officially in Detroit. Yeah. So I'm hoping it can become like some sort of yearly tradition. Some sort of Afro something, Afro Nation, Afrofuture, whatever it is.
Hang around with Miracle. I have been indoctrinated into the African community, into the Nigerian community.
Literally, it's indoctrination.
Literally every Afrobeat festival, party, club banger, kickback.
Guilty.
I'm just being dragged to.
Guilty.
Even though I fuck with y'all.
And literally, I was like, you're not complaining. Like, man's is dancing. Man's is moving his hips. Never seen the hips move as much as I've seen it move this year.
have definitely treated me to a good time.
And
so
African girls are baddies, so you're welcome.
They are.
You're actually so welcome.
For the record, I was already on the African husband before we got into this whole debacle.
So he's been indoctrinated.
I've been indoctrinated for sure.
Basically.
And she's seen proof, so I can vouch for that, for sure.
Also, like, a small news, it's a kind of old news a little bit. Like, the WNBA is coming back to Detroit, which is so exciting. It's not going to be back till, like, 2029, so we still have a couple. Yeah. I don't know why when they announced it, I'm like, why don't you guys just wait till 2028?
I feel like Kevin Garnett meme from Uncut Gems, like, why the fuck would you show me something if I can't have it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like showing me a movie trailer and telling me it's not coming. What?
Literally announcing it 4 years prior. Wait, we're in 25. Yeah,
nigga,
4 years.
I'm gonna be old and gray by that time.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we're gonna
be excited for no reason.
They're gonna be calling it like the Detroit Shock.
That's what we were before. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're gonna keep that.
Okay, good.
Which is like, yeah.
Well, that's
I'm
good.
excited.
But 2029 is so far away. But anyway, that's good news. It is good news, but damn, that's so far away.
It's so far away. I wish it was sooner. But who knows? Like, shit can shake up, and they're like, actually, surprise. I don't know. Maybe.
We actually met some professional hoopers.
Yeah, we actually met some, like, WNBA players. Not NBA players, but women basketball players.
Professional women, right? Yeah. I don't know if they're in the WNBA.
Yeah, I don't think so, but whatever.
They're professional.
In my eyes, every woman basketball player is in the WNBA. But
first question she asked was like, do you guys know Angel Reed? What's wrong with you? Yeah.
Okay, also, I am like literally the worst person. Like, whatever stereotype, like, I know you meet Jamaicans and they're like, I hate when people are like, bomba clat. And I was like, no, as soon as I meet a Jamaican, bomba clat. I meet a South African, do you know Tyler? Like, you know,
Tyler
WNBA, do you know Angel Reese? Like,
oh my god,
shit.
She is so.
I'm literally the head of stereotypes. I will ask
the head of stereotype department. We will appoint Miracle as well. Miracle actually won a Spirit of Detroit award. She is officially famous. She's officially stopped running away from fame and fortune and clout. And she's dealing with she's adjusting to fame.
And also, guys, I'm officially from Detroit because motherfuckers out here on the streets be telling me, you're not from Detroit, you're from Texas, or you're not from Detroit, you're Nigerian, which both are true, but I'm also still from Detroit. Fuck, I've been here for like 10 years. I'm like, how long do you have to live in Detroit?
And now it's literally a document signed by our elected officials.
Yay, Sheffield!
Saying
I
that
got it right now.
She has overcome a lot of stuff to become a citizen and that she deserves to be a Detroiter and a citizen of the United States. She will be stunting on you hoes very soon.
They spelled my name wrong, but it's fine. I'm gonna overlook it. Maybe Mayor Sheffield can give me a new one when she's in office. Mary.
It's fine. Y'all know who they was talking about.
Yeah, you know who. Honestly, even though I fucked up Mary's name and I fuck up everyone's name that I meet, even though my name was spelled wrong and I got Mary's name wrong, I feel like we should be giving people grace for getting people's name wrongs, because I feel like I had a recent encounter with a patient where the son was a little bit upset. Not the son. The son's father was a little upset at me because I didn't get the son's name right. And the son was like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's fine. I was like, yeah. And the dad was like, no. Let her know it is a big deal. And she needs to get your name right. And, which is true. But, obviously, I don't know you guys. And obviously, I'm just calling your name back.
And was his name something that was, not
It was
common?
an Arabic name or an Arab name or something. I don't know. Something really, not in my native tongue. So I was, literally, I pulled up my ID. I'm like, well, we can be even if you can say my name right, my middle name, which no one says my middle name. No one says my middle name right. And he was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, you see? It's not that easy. I'm Nigerian. Not everyone's going to be able to say fucking, the Nigerian name that I have. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you feel a certain way about people saying your name right or wrong. Your name's pretty simple.
You would be surprised. I've heard niggas and I've seen it spelled a whole bunch of different ways. I've heard people say it. Maybe because I'm soft-spoken when I tell people my name, but I've heard everything under the sun about Malcolm. I thought Malcolm was easy, but I don't know. People mispronounce all types of shit.
Low-key, I thought Miracle was easy, but people be spelling my name wrong, too.
Miracle?
Or a miracle. America? I got America ones. I'm like, America?
Niggas be calling me Macomb, Michael.
Do you think it's that deep?
I think it's that deep when I'm when I want you to know that I'm not answering to whatever the fuck you just said. What if you try to call me that? So I'm like, it's Malcolm. Huh? Malcolm. Huh? I will say it as many times as I have to. It's Malcolm, okay? I feel like it is important that people get your name right. If it's like a little... If like somebody's calling your name in like the fucking Secretary of State and they're like, Morocco... and you're like, they're talking about me. I don't give a fuck. You know, like, I know you're talking about me. I don't care about you being like, I won't get up until, it's like me being like, I'm not getting up until they say my name right. Like, no,
right,
I'm getting my shit done. You feel me? It's like some instances, but it's like, if it's like your teacher and you in the classroom and they like, what's your name, son? Malcolm. Everybody say hi to Michael. No.
It's not Michael.
My name is not Michael. It's not.
Exactly.
I will not answer if you call me that in the future. So I think it's circumstantial, honestly.
It is circumstantial. I feel like, we do see it in like the media when people do get names wrongs of certain people of color. I feel like that's so inappropriate, especially as a presenter and you have time to kind of look shit up and learn shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's not appropriate. But
the whole world had to learn how to say Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know what I'm saying? If niggas can learn that, then niggas can say anything. I think I've had it easy when it comes to like pronunciation of people's names just because my mom was a teacher. Yeah. So like I've seen so many people's names from my own classes to my sister's classes to my mom's teacher, all her classes she had. So I'm actually really good at pronouncing people's names even if it is kind of difficult. But on the flip side, it's also kind of like you got to be able to respect. Like there's nobody on earth that can tell me they can pronounce every culture's name correctly. Like if I give you a Japanese person's name right now, you're not, and you're fucking Hispanic, you're cooked. You're cooked. Yeah. If you're Middle Eastern and I give you a fucking Patois name, like you're cooked. Yeah, like you're fucking cooked. So it's like know that I think you have to always be open to growing and learning as an adult. Of course. You feel me? And just culturing yourself and understand that's what makes like other different cultures beautiful is that it's foreign to you. So it's like you're going to have to like learn some shit about it to really fully appreciate it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we all eat Chinese food. I don't speak a lick of Chinese. So it's like, you feel me? Like
you should want to learn. And honestly, when I get names
you should
wrong,
want to say their names right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm like people tell me names. I'm like, no, say it again, please. I want to get it right.
Right. I've seen both. I agree with you 100,000%. I've been on both sides where I'm like, no, I want to learn, and the person's like, I don't really want to say it again. Because I think the patient, when I said it wrong, he's like, no, it's fine. Because, like, he didn't want to have to say it again. You know what I mean? And when you've dealt with that,
sometimes
like,
it is a chore sometimes.
Yeah, I've dealt with that with my last name and middle name my whole life. So it's like, sometimes you're like, I'm not doing this every day of my life. Right. It's not a big deal.
And I get that.
So, like, I understand where he was coming from when he was laughing. He's like, no, it's fine. And, like, I understand where his dad was coming from as well. So, all across the board, it shouldn't be that deep in that scenario. Right. There's certain scenarios where it is deep, though. Mm-hmm. So, I agree with you. Yeah. I did want to ask you, I wanted to talk about a little bit of that Labubu toy that everyone kind of has. I don't know what you think about like people carrying and flexing these little pouch toys.
Are they like expensive or something?
Yeah, it's kind of like maybe like a couple $100. But it's kind of like a pair of Jordans. It's like, ooh,
y'all niggas is fresh. Going out. I'm sorry, not even. I'm excluding the women from this because women have collected stuffed animals since the beginning of time. Y'all grown ass men, grown ass niggas is buying stuffed animals for over $100 some, and then putting them on and wearing them out.
It's like a flex, it's like a chain or a belt or something. Like, do you think that's silly or what?
It's quiet on that. It's so quiet on that. I can't. I just I can't. As a grown man, I can't.
You can.
It's propaganda. I'm not supporting. This is why women think niggas is sissies now because y'all niggas want to walk around with Labubus.
I mean,
men used to go to war.
I can't have a kid feeling.
I'm not about to play with you. Labubus, I feel like 50 Cent in that one give where he like, this for the bitches, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is supposed to be for the huzz. Like, y'all buying stuffed animals and wearing them out and like.
So you don't support Nick from Love Island wearing that?
I don't.
He did an interview with Keke Palmer that just dropped, and he had a little Labubu on his like thigh.
I don't. Especially if the shit costs more than $10, y'all niggas is tripping. Yeah. I don't give a fuck how much of a status symbol or so. This is why capitalism is eating y'all up. This is why, because y'all niggas want to spend $200-$300 on a fucking stuffed animal. Like, put niggas back in war.
I just feel like I don't like when people flex anything because of money.
This is the stupidest thing niggas could flex.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not, it is cute, I guess. I don't know.
It's quiet. It's so quiet. It's quiet. It's quiet on that.
Speaking of kid feeling and kids, I did want to ask you a question because I was like, sometimes people ask me as a woman if I want kids. You know, I'm literally pushing 30, so I'm like at the age where people are like, you know, are you going to have kids or not? Which is another stressor for women in your late 20s. But I digress. But when I tell them, like, not really, I'll be okay if I don't have kids, like, their response is usually, like, you know, who's going to take care of you when you get old? And, you know, just in general with conversations, I've heard people think it's pretty selfish to want to have a kid so someone takes care of you when you're older. What do you think about stuff like that?
I think that selfish? In most situations, having a kid or having somebody take care of you is more just a byproduct of having kids and having like multiple children. So like usually like back in the day, they was having a lot of kids. So if you had like 5 or 6 kids, there is usually like 1 or 2 of them that would take care of you in your old age, even if all of them wasn't down to do that. Having a kid just so somebody can take care of you in your old age, I feel like it's a little on the nose because I don't really feel like, I'm not going to say people do that for that reason, but I feel like people just have families because they want to have a family, and then having somebody take care of you in your old age is a kind of a byproduct of having kids. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, obviously, if your kids don't want to take care of you, they can always put you in a home or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not really like set in stone that your kid is going to or has to take care of you.
When you get older, exactly.
But I think like a lot of kids obviously end up taking care of their parents because, one, that's your parent, they took care of you, you know, in their old age. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to put them in a home or if you don't trust people taking care of your own people, you know what I'm saying? So
you think kids have to take care of their parents? You think that's the right thing to do?
I mean, every situation is different. Everybody's not raised the same. Everybody don't have the same relationship with their parents. Everybody's
But it's
parents,
like, is it wrong if a kid is like, I don't have to take care of you. You brought me into this world, basically.
And that's understandable. A lot of people, parents need like different types of care. You know what I'm saying? Some people parents at old age are still very independent. Some people parents is they need help doing everything, wiping their ass and all. And I can tell you, I'm not wiping no ass. So it's like, you know, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. If it's not like a baby or like wiping my mom or dad ass is probably.
Old people are basically babies, just with more like kind of like, you know, the brain is fully developed.
It's people who go to school and go to training and get hired to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah. So it really just boils down to the situation and the individuals, but I don't think necessarily kids have to grow up to take care of their parents. No.
Okay. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like 50-50 on that. I feel like a lot of the people in our generation, they do have that mindset of like, I don't have to do this. I didn't choose this life. And I do feel like the way you raise your kid is everything. Yeah. I have seen like parents put in blood and sweat to make sure their kids are okay and they still don't give a fuck. So in like certain scenarios, I agree with that. I generally do think like people like the elderly, people like pregnant women, XYZ, like those are vulnerable people in society. Yeah. And I feel like you have to take care of them just as a human being. Like, you know, like it's a natural thing to want to care for someone who's old, want to care for someone who's disabled, want to care for someone who's pregnant. I feel like obviously everyone's relationship with their parents is their relationship with their parents. And if your parents were horrible, I see why you wouldn't want to be around to take care of them. But I don't know. It's really fucked up. But I'm like, at the very least, like if they took care of you during like your developing ages, like it's like you can give them a little bit at the end of their days. You know, I mean, you kind of weigh the baby, like, old people.
I can take care of you without having to do all the stuff. Like I can take care of you by putting my money up to have you take.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Like, exactly. You don't have to. I don't think you have to be. That's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have to be the one wiping the
ass. Exactly. You don't have to be there physically.
Yeah, exactly.
But like you should want to. Like you can't just abandon.
Yeah, not abandon your parents
when
they
get old.
I don't think you should abandon your parents.
Right. Nevertheless, like regardless.
But I also don't think you got to be the one wiping ass. That's all.
Right. And it's like, and not saying you should be tied to someone who abused you. So it's like situational for sure. But also back to the whole like parents having kids or people having kids so someone can take care of them when they're older. I don't feel like that's a bad thing to think. I think that's natural just because of the way the world goes and like aging, like it's something you should think about.
Yeah.
I feel like people think about their futures all the time. So you do think about, if I am old, who will be with me, who will hang out with me,
Right.
or, you know, XYZ. Like we always think about the future, like, oh, if my parents die, how will I cope with that? Like, I think it's normal to think about stuff like that. I don't think that should be the only reason you have kids. And also, when you do have kids, even if you think about that and you do have kids, you should also accept the fact that the kid can grow up and do what they want because they're their own person.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be like the sole base of you having kids. It's so finicky. But honestly, there is no like not selfish reason to have kids.
That's real. I mean, I feel like to have a kid and be like, yeah, in 40 years, I'm going to need some help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's just a wild, because there's so much life that between now and then. That's so wild. But yeah, also, but people say it all the time, like, there really is no reason to have a kid that's not like selfish. And I'm like, listen.
It's okay to be selfish.
Whether it's selfish or not, the birds, the bees, the dogs, the cats, the plants, every species is doing it. So, you know, procreating is literally how we don't go extinct. So
exactly. And like whether you do it for love, sometimes you do it for love and you're like, I want a little version of me and my partner, and then you guys get a divorce, and then what? So it's like, there's nothing that's like solid proof, point blank, with this conversation. So that's like my whole thing about questions like that. I do think there's a way to be good selfish and bad selfish. Mm-hmm. I think being selfish is not a bad thing to be. I don't know.
I feel like you're so funny. I feel like there are a lot of words in our language that we either misuse or just give a negative connotation to. And it's the same thing we was talking about, like manipulation. Like people think the word manipulate, like, or saying somebody's manipulative is somebody say that about you, and you think negatively about it. Like, oh, this person's a manipulator. That means he probably is a fucked up individual. And always people say about me because I'm a Pisces. They be like, "Oh, Pisces, y'all manipulative." And I always tell people, "Yes."
Is there a good version of being manipulative?
Well, and I always give people the example: if somebody was getting ready to jump off a building, you would probably want somebody with the power of manipulation. Oh my God. So that they wouldn't fucking Pisces, jump off the building. You know what I'm saying? All manipulation means is you're able to affect your surroundings and to your liking. You know what I'm saying? That's really all it means. You feel me? There are just some people who use their powers for good, and there's some people who use their powers for evil. That's really all it is. So there's certain words like that we're talking about dating, where people like, oh, like the obsession has to be mutual. And I'm like, I don't really think the obsession is the word that we're looking for. I think it's really more like infatuation. You know what I'm saying? There are just a lot of words that we either misuse, misinterpret, or just mislabel. And I feel like that,
we learned about synonyms in school, and they told us like synonyms are the same thing. Like you can use a synonym of a word and it could still land the same.
But I feel like the words obsessed and infatuation are not synonyms. And I feel like
they're not.
It's kind of like people talk about the Bible, like when it get interpreted from so many books where like it may be like, oh, God God was angry, but then I saw a girl on Instagram today talking about like it was misinterpreted because the real interpretation, the real original language wasn't saying God was angry. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like a lot of stuff just get misinterpreted over time, and I feel like it's really important to use like the exact right words or not put a negative connotation on the word just because as a society we do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I forgot what word you used that even maybe go along that long.
Selfish.
Oh, it's good to be being selfish is good. Like in a lot of situations,
I feel like in our generation, people they worship being selfish. They always tell you to think about yourself and your feelings first. And I also feel like that might be good. It could also be dangerous, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I also feel like being selfish, there's a good level of it. There's a bad level of it.
Exactly. Everything's got a good and bad yin and yang. So it's like there are moments in life in situations where you definitely should be selfish. You should be like, me first. You know what I'm saying? There are also situations where it's like, hey, you might want to think about other people besides yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just as a human being in your humanity. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
So,
yeah, it definitely depends on
my baby rant.
On what? Yeah. And speaking of selfish and just thinking of yourself, I did want to ask you one last little question about roommate drama that I feel like I hear a lot of things I want to talk about. I do hear like people talk about it around me. I've been living alone for like maybe a year, and it's been like amazing. And if you know me, which you've known me for a while, You know, I've had some roommate fucking drama. So it's been really sweet. Haven't we all? It's been really sweet living by myself for like almost a year now. I did want to ask you your opinion on people having their boyfriend or girlfriend stay over at their house when they have roommates. I saw a viral post recently, and they were like, basically this guy was saying his girlfriend was going to stay at the house, and the roommates were upset about it because he was just telling, not asking, which is wrong. You should ask. But it's like, why... do you think that's a problem to have your partners over when you're sharing a space?
I think that there should be some level of communication when anybody outside the people who actually live there is coming into that space. So I think it is like a good thing to give people a heads up. Asking permission, and I'm paying some percentage to live here, I'm not really for, because it's like when I lived in a space in college with 3 other roommates, it was 4 of us, and we all had a common living space, and then we all had our own separate rooms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to respect the bathroom, the kitchen, any place that we have shared, but everything that goes on in my room is nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I could let people know that somebody is coming over, but in my situation, I probably wouldn't have them in the collective list. They would just be in my room or my space, away from y'all. Like, obviously, because what reason would we have to be in front of y'all?
Right.
So it's like I'm for telling people that, you know, somebody is coming over, but not asking permission, because if y'all say no, who's gonna stop?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless they're like crashing on the couch in the living room.
Yeah, that's different. Or and then just being not
kitchen.
being like super obnoxious or disrespectful, like having fucking sex loud as fuck, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as y'all being demure about everything and like considerate, everything should be fine. But when you do, like, if there was like just some loud rambunctious shit going on, then I could see them being like, yo, this is some bullshit.
So you don't think the argument like, well, they're not on the lease and I only agreed to live with one person,
not on the lease,
is a good...
Now, how often is your girlfriend coming over?
I mean, when you're in a relationship, like, you want to hang out with a person pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Like, at least every week.
But the person talking about who's on the lease is like, what about them being in my room, in my space, is fucking up with your space?
That's how I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what about what's going on in something that you don't even have nothing to deal with, or know, or even have any recollection of what's going on, because you can't even see from your room? Well, how is this affecting you?
How is it affecting you? And honestly, like, when people move out of their parents' house, people might not be able to afford to live on their own. But the first thing is like, wow, I have a little bit of freedom.
Yeah.
I don't have to check in and have people over. Because when you are living under your parents' roof, it's more like authoritarian or whatever.
Yeah.
More like my house, my rules type shit. It's like when you're in a roommate situation, actually, it's none of our spaces. Neither of us are the landlord.
Yeah.
Like, it's all a shared space. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. Honestly, I feel like it might be just courtesy to let them know and like ask them.
It literally is a courtesy.
It is just courtesy, but it's like, I'm paying for my space.
Yeah.
That at least, like you said, my room is completely mine.
Right.
You guys aren't even allowed in my room.
Right.
So it's like, if you want to have a guest over, that should not be a big deal. I don't think that should be a topic.
Yeah.
I feel like it's weird when people make that a conflict.
Yeah, that's weird.
Unless the person you're bringing over is obnoxious, but it's like...
Yeah, unless they like in the refrigerator all the time, or they fucking up the bathroom, leaving hair everywhere. Like, once it cross over into that realm, then it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe the bitch walking around in her panties and she in the kitchen and it's just like weird. Like, it's weird shit like that's going on. That's understandable. But if like my person comes over, thief in the night, walk straight to my room, don't say shit to nobody. What is y'all problem?
You know
what I'm saying? What is y'all problem?
I don't understand the whole conflict, and I have had conflict with old roommates about the same thing, and I'm like, this is not even a big deal. You guys don't even see this person. So,
swear, it's like they was in and out and you didn't. Oh, such and such came over last night.
Literally,
I don't like that.
I had this guy come over, and basically in my old apartment, my room door opened up to the backyard. You used to come over.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't even have to come through the front door. I had my own secret door to the backyard, so they don't even have to come through common spaces to see you, and you still had a problem with it just because. I'm like, that's just some hater shit. Y'all need to be better people and roommates.
That's kind of lame. I'm not gonna
That's just kind of lame. You just need to be considerate to people. And, like, when you live with someone, you want them to be able to have their freedom as well. Absolutely. We're not living with our parents. We're adults.
Right.
it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, those were my two little
baby rant.
Little baby questions.
Other news, Jake Paul is supposed to fight Gervonta Tank Davis.
Yes, we need to start fighting in the streets. That guy, what's his name? His name is like Tank or some shit.
Yeah. He used to go with Ari, the one else with Moneybag.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's how I know him.
Yeah.
I just hope this is not like Jake Paul fighting all these like black boxers specifically. I'm like, we cannot be taking L's. I don't fuck with Tank because I think he might be some abusive of some sort. There've been allegations about him.
There has been some allegations.
But he's still...
There's definitely been some allegations.
He can't lose though to Jake Paul. Like,
well, the crazy part is that Gervonta is like 5'5" and like 130 pounds. Jake Paul's like 6'3" and like 200 pounds. Like he's got 70 pounds and like you feel me? Like so just off of the weight and height alone, he has no business fighting this small ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Jake Paul be going for people who he knows. Like what did I got? Mike Tyson. He had
old
something.
ass 70-year-old Mike Tyson.
Literally old ass.
Butt cheeks out as Mike Tyson.
Literally, and he had like some sort of like disease or some shit.
70 years of coke brain, and y'all think that, you feel me? And now Gervonta do be knocking niggas out. His own size.
The skill, yeah.
His own size.
But I mean, I think the skills come into question, and it's like
the skills come into question.
Jake Paul's pretty weak in the ring.
But Jake, is the skills come in question against niggas your own size. Like Gervonta Davis has never been in the ring with a nigga that's not in his weight class. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
so you don't think if like Jake Paul, let's say Jake Paul was like a starting off boxer, you don't think Tank can beat him just because he's short?
No, I think Tank could beat anybody, but I think Jake
skill,
Paul,
surpasses
Jake Paul is not like a new boxer though. He's like it would be different if he was just starting out. Like Jake Paul actually he boxes. Obviously, he not out there boxing like niggas like Tank.
He's still
in a
like a
professional.
YouTuber in my eyes.
He is a YouTuber, but I'm just saying like he's been training for a while now with actual boxing coaches and shit like that. So it'd be different if he was like just a nigga who was just on his couch and being like, I want to fight this man.
Yeah,
but no, it's like no, this nigga's a 6'2", 3, 4 nigga that's 200 pounds that's been training for a while now. Even if Gervonta was a professional, and I think Gervonta still could beat his ass, but it's just like the fact that you're 6'3" and he's like 5'5". You're 200 pounds, he's 130. 70 pounds of difference for men is crazy.
Yeah, that is what.
That's
You're like
wild.
basically throw away the idea that he might win.
Yeah, I'm like Gervonta is going to have to.
It won't happen again.
I'm like he's going to have to put on some crazy weight. He's going to have to fucking. It's gonna be crazy weird. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like watching a giant NBA player fight me. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like it's gonna be too much. But
I gotta see the size.
I do have faith in Tank because Tank do be knocking niggas out. That is one hope I do have. It's like, you know what? He young, so it ain't like I can use the excuse with Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson was just old as shit. If you was young Mike Tyson would have killed Jake Paul. But young Gervonta Davis is young. He's still currently boxing. He actually beating niggas ass. He just knocked a nigga out not too long ago. So him fighting Jake Paul would be good if they was like around the same height. If they was around the same size. It's like Gervonta trying to fight Shaq. It's like, yeah, he probably could knock Shaq out, but to reach Shaq's head, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
That's just like one of them things. But we gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. I don't know if I will be watching the whole thing because you know how I feel about violence. It's not so that funny. Entertaining to me. It's no. I don't want to see bloody noses and black eyes. Like that's so barbaric. But I still want to see someone beat the fuck out of Jake Paul. So.
And on that note. This episode has been brought to you by. Say no, but I do as well.
WWE.
No, they're literally saying that boxing has become WWE, like it's wrestling, like it's like fucking fake, like it's fucking like it's theater.
I
like
used to love
it's
WWE
theater.
though. Like shout out to John Cena.
If
and
anybody did not like WWE, I have a problem with you. I was literally locked. It's a red flag.
But honestly, WWE was not that barbaric. Or barbaric or whatever the fuck.
No.
You know the girls who fought before Mike Tyson and Jake Paul?
Yeah.
That was fucking scary.
Yeah.
And like they look normal and then at the end of the fight it's like
fucked up. They look like fucking
that's scary. When I was watching WWE when I was 10, everyone looked normal at the end of the fight.
It was fake. That's what I was like. At the beginning and the end, they all looked normal. We all had a good time.
Exactly. We all had a good time.
Listen, in third grade, I was telling my mom I gotta get home at 8 o'clock because SmackDown's coming on. Like literally, Rey Mysterio's fighting the Undertaker tonight, and I can't see. Like literally,
yes.
like no. Me and my friends all bonded over being a wrestling.
So I actually enjoy that shit, but I'm like, no, the real deal.
Vince McMahon, I call heaven and earth against Vince McMahon though. That nigga was diabolical. Some of the shit he had the women women doing when you look back at it now was absolutely diabolical. The bra and panties match. Hey man,
we should have not been watching.
We should have not been watching that with fucking Trish Stratus and Stacy Keibler. I was there. I was outside. I was outside for that. This has been a good episode though. Back on the red couch, as you guys can see, back yapping again. We got a lot of episodes that we sitting on that's coming after this one. We just trying to keep the consistency going from like dropping like in studio with guests as to like just me and her, because we know you guys just like to hear me and Miracle yap it up.
We love to yap, guys. We're gonna go to 2 episodes a week now.
Yeah, because we've been shooting a lot. Got a lot of people. That's the podcast is getting a lot of traction. So we getting a lot. You know, we're working with a nonprofit with the grant. We got a lot of people that
say no to tobacco and menthol. Also, they're like trying to open up a cigar bar in Detroit in the airport. And we're not for it.
We're not fucking with it. Okay?
We're not fucking with it. So we're trying to like get that stopped or halted. And we're still like very much throw away the cigarettes, throw away tobacco products and menthol.
No menthol, no tobacco.
Guys, quit the vaping as well. It's going to catch up to us. We seen what Ozempic did to the people. And it was a year or 2. Like, there's a lawsuit for Ozempic now. So I'm like, we're all picking up these vapes. And I'm like, in like 20 years, it's going to be like, have you been a victim of breeze?
Right. Literally. Don't let that be you.
Don't let that be you,
Don't let you be the next mesothelioma, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys can follow me everywhere at Malcolm Elliott Music on everything. And you guys can catch me and Miracle here every week at
the People Mover Pod
on everything. New episode. New episode. I don't even know what episode this is. We'll
put it up.
We've lost the plot. I'm screaming, not you get that. Goodbye.
Let's drop that old one that we used to do back in the days.